value comes from this character is the survivability that this unit provides for the team. This unit I wouldn't regard as being a chase character. I wouldn't say that this character is better than the current support we have. I do believe he's a tier below the current yellow supports that we have. I'm gonna run with that. Although he does provide us with the damage increase for the allies through critting, the key function for this man is to keep our team alive, and the other key function on why we have this character in particular is to tackle the newer content that has released on JJK Phatom Parade. Global has still yet to experience the newer difficulty, because the newer difficulty that has been introduced into JJK Phatom Parade, it is tough. It is very, very tough. So to have a character that can provide your team that survivability with that damage increase, that it's still there. I believe we can still get our 150. Again, as long as this man crits, we're going to be a-okay. But having the best of both right there does put value into this character and helps us tackle the more difficult content. Just to quickly run through on what this man is capable of. Again, on the first skill, you are going to be recovering your cursed energies, which is very nice by 5, and then of course you do melee damage as per usual. When it comes to the second skill, that is when the countering phase will begin. So the simple domain state will be on for 4 turns, and the counter state 4 turns 2 times, of course. Range attack interception increases own taijutsu stat by 30%, decreases own jujutsu damage received by 40%, nullifies enemy's domain continuous effect. This I believe is AoE for everyone, by the way. I believe this is for all your teammates. Just want to clear that up. If simple domain state is no longer applied, all effects will be removed. So once you do activate it, so if simple domain state is already applied, extends the following effects to all allies, and yeah, so there you go. So there's that jujutsu damage received being reduced. I should really put it to, so yeah, there you go. So you get the max amount, 40%, and then nullifies enemy domain continuous effect. I thought this was just standard DOT, but it's again domain continuous effect, which is very, very crucial in certain situations, so that's very nice to have. But more importantly, survivability is being provided for the team. Third skill is just raw damage, melee, nothing too crazy. And then the last skill, AoE, obviously you've got that crit chance, which is exactly what you want, because that will then pop off his passive. And then yeah, you also get a critical hit rate increase of 45% for 4 turns, so crucial to get that ultimate off. And then when it comes to the ultimate combination, again, AoE melee damage as per usual, gets a taijutsu stat increase of 30%, everyone else gets their ultimate gauge increase. Obviously now we have the hidden potential stage 2 to be a thing. I think it's just your taijutsu goes up by 10%, and recovers own and combo allies curse energy by 20, so it's a nice little bonus right there. So when it comes to the skills, the passive skills, so interception, so that's the countering state. So if cursed energy is 5 or more, when receiving a melee attack, the counter state deals 300% melee taijutsu damage, and you consume 5 cursed energy. But you also get a crit rate increase of 20%, which is crucial. Heading over to the simple domain, so if own cursed energy is 5 or more and HP is 10% or more when receiving a range attack in a range attack interception state, then it decreases the range damage received by 50%. You do consume 5 of your cursed energy. If the damage could make the HP reach 0, resist the KO damage and lock the HP amount to 1, up to 3 times per turn. So there's that, you know, I guess it's not more so of a revive, but my man ain't going down is basically what we're trying to get at. He ain't going to go down, he's going to go down with a fight, which is what we want, which is fantastic. If simple domain state is no longer applied, remove the range attack interception state, so just bear that in mind. It seems like whenever we drop this, everything shuts down, so just bear that in mind. Then we've got cover, so if own curse energy is 10 or more and simple domain state is activated, nullify the attack which will cause any allies defeated excluding self. It consumes curse energy, which is very nice. Sacrifices 20 HP, sorry, 20% HP. This HP loss won't cause the character defeated, and the cooldown is that it will be on for 3 turns. The effect won't be activated if self is receiving attack nullification, so that's a little bit of a stipulation right there. Again, this is why I really emphasize to say that the key function for this character is to provide that survivability. Now this is where the team boosting comes into play. So it's the critical hit enhancement. So when critical hit is performed, you get a critical hit count by 1, and this will increase your allies damage dealt by 45% for 3 turns. Override turn duration when reactivated, of course, again for the yellow typing, this is super effective. So again, More so leading towards the yellow typing as per usual, up to 150% with 8 counts. Each count will increase in additional damage dealt by 15%. Skills with multiple hits are counted as a single attack. So this is the kind of bonus of where we can kind of truly get our damage up. But again, it comes down to that crucial crit that he has to do. Just bear that in mind. But again, for the most part on what this unit is doing is providing that survivability. And then with that added bonus of giving us that sub DPS power, it's translating into our allies getting that damage bonus. Alright, so I was actually originally going to be taking, where is it, this Recollection card, because this Recollection card actually gives me critical rate increase of 30%, which is very nice for 3 turns, and it also provides Taijutsu users an extra 20%. Like allies that are Taijutsu users, basically giving them a 20% increase in their stats. So this is actually a pretty good solid Recollection card to have. However, as you guys can see, I've invested. Yes, this Recollection card, I want it. I love it. Alrighty, so for some reason my mic wasn't recording upon me actually doing this run, so unfortunate. But crazy stuff happened, which you guys are going to witness. It's a long fight, so to be fair, I'm going to have to shorten it down, but it is what it is. But again, it kind of shows you on what this character is about. So I decided to purposely go onto a floor that for the yellow typing requires damage as well as survivability, right? With these more difficult fights that we are seeing in JJK Phantom Parade, having characters that kind of protect the team, allow us to tank, are starting to become a lot more vital now, right? Beforehand it was more so of just, yes, we will nuke our way to victory. Now, not so much. And to be honest, one thing which I've always found a bit kind of iffy is kind of countering mechanic for the game itself, because it's been more so on the side of it only works against Taijutsu characters. So it's just like, damn, alright, so what if my homie's doing a range attack? What if homie's doing a Jujutsu attack? I'm screwed, for the most part. In this case, I will give it that, you know, when it comes to KUSAKABE, of course, his counter mechanic, I mean, well, yeah, no, his countering mechanic is very useful now with the whole ranged attack situation going on, which is fantastic. The passive where he pops off to protect his teammates is disgustingly OP. This is probably by far one of my most favorite countering units, probably one of the best countering characters that we have in the game. In terms of protecting the team, in terms of having survivability, he's up there in my eyes of being #1, right? Unfortunately, he's only for yellow typing if we're really going to be looking into it, outside of providing them with that damage increase. But just provide that survivability, I believe you can utilize that in an overall aspect if you choose to. So there's that. But again, those passives, when it comes to protecting the team, when it comes to, I guess, having that KO stance, if you want to call it that, where if he gets tagged and he loses all his HP, he ain't going down without a fight. He's back at it once again. So I might actually invest a little bit more into his skills just to see if we can kind of push that damage up a little bit more. But again, the crucial thing on what we're taking away from this character is his survivability and the team protection that he provides. That's the key function for this character, and the great deal about of all of this is that it is genuinely going to help and is helping with tackling the more difficult content and the new difficult content that has released on JJK Phantom Parade. So the value for this character isn't more so on the whole support play with the damage now, it's more so of the support play of the survivability he provides for the team. I'm pretty sure you guys are seeing, because right at the end, I completely forgot that the enemy Okos could do like 600k damage or some shit like that. This kind of shows you the value of this character. It really does. My man is just bopping and weaving, countering. At one point I got KO'd hit. My guy was like, nah, we ain't going down like that. So, yeah, I mean, I can't say much, but this unit is pretty solid. I am very excited to see on what yellow typing is going to be getting next in terms of, I mean, well, it's going to be a hot minute since yellow typing is good. I'm just going to put that out there, but maybe next year. God knows when, what's going to be happening for the yellow typing. But the yellow typing right now, hand on heart, they've got it down to an absolute T when it comes to the units, the team comp, and just having the whole area covered in terms of healing, survivability, damage boosting, all that good stuff. Blue typing need all the help they can get, for the love of God. Please, someone help the blue typing.